Morning everybody, welcome to All Four Queens. 27th of October, bought a new car, same scenario, someone's messed with it. I was supposed to pick it up on the day and someone's in my phone already because you can see the time delay. I don't know how they've managed to get in this phone because there's no SIM card on it, but hey ho, it is what it is. So I picked up the car and it's a bigger car, and it was supposed to be collected on the same day, which is the reason why I bought it. And then all of a sudden there was a massive drama. I couldn't pick it up straight away and I had to go back the next day. And then obviously when I was driving on the motorway, because it's a bigger car, the stability was all over the place. So I think for me, I parked up and obviously I've just taken a bit of time to reflect, as you do. And for me, I think that's clear intention that someone's trying to harm me. So in the spiritual realm, you can't see it, but I think in the physical realm, whatever equipment they've put on the car, it's quite clear that somebody is trying to cause me problems. Anyway, the purpose for today is I wanted to actually just say the parable of the false narrative, and probably perjury as well. So I've parked up, and the amount of people that have kept coming. Now the number plates are the same, obviously the same people, same number plates. But I just wanted to do a bit of scripture on this as well, because I think what's happened is, obviously as you meditate, you get a little bit more of what's going on. And sorry about the light. So it appears that somebody lied about me in the past, and now all these people obviously were party to the lie. And now what's interesting though, I was sort of like hidden, and I didn't have that many friends, and the friends that I did have were paid to come into my life and go out of my life. So all these people that are now coming to see me, if they lied on me, they didn't know me anyway. And if anyone looked at my contacts list, they would see that these people don't even exist in my contacts list because I don't know them. So the fact that they lied on me and I don't know them is quite clear that it was a lie. So, and this is what happens when people lie and then try and make the narrative fit. So that's why I'm calling it the parable of the false narrative and perjury and lies. So let's look at James 1:26. If anyone considers himself religious and yet does not keep a tight rein on his tongue, he deceives himself and his religion is worthless. Religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this: to look after orphans, widows, and in their distress, and keep oneself from being polluted by the world. Now we also know love not the world, so there's that. And then there's this one this one I wanted to read, Matthew 15:1-10. Clean and unclean. Jesus called the crowd to him and said, listen and understand. What goes into a man's mouth does not make him unclean. What comes out of his mouth, that is what makes him unclean. And obviously, we can say woman as well now. Matthew 7:15. Beware of the false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. Matthew 24:24 always warns of false prophets performing signs to deceive. And that's why in 1 John 4:1 we're advised to test the spirit, because many false prophets have gone into the world. So the point to all this is, obviously, the Ten Commandments tell us not to lie anyway. And I mean, you don't have to necessarily, and I've said this before, you don't have to put a label on what you believe, because I believe that we're all taught right from wrong. And to lie on somebody is to bear false witness, isn't it? So for me, all these people that are following me now are obviously trying to, one, trigger me, and two, try and create the narrative that they lied about, because I don't actually know if all of them knew it was a lie, but now they do. And the other thing that I need to say is I did a tarot reading on my channel. I didn't say any names. I never mentioned any people. Somebody chose to own the story from an ego perspective. And on my channel, you will see that I said that someone came for me with ego and brought a whole load of people to the lake of fire. And that is exactly what I've predicted now. So all these people that followed the leader, the false prophet, to deceive, are now suffering the consequences of their choices. But what you got to remember is in Deuteronomy, it talks about people having generation upon generation upon curses. And also when I talk about the New Testament and the dead will be judged twice, the purpose of that is we're here to clear karma. And what these people have done is created more karma, and they're taking on the person who they followed's karma, because obviously they'll share it, and they're also taking on their own. The challenge that they have is whether or not they will go in the lake of fire and whether or not their lineage will survive. The New Testament talks about whether people will be in the book of life. And people may or may not believe it. It's up to them what they believe. But what I'm seeing at the moment is a lot of people in fear because of what they've said, and what they're trying to do is now create a narrative on what they said. Now bear in mind, whatever was said, someone came from my home, so I was run out of my home. They came from my stability to create a narrative of who I actually am. But if people look at history, they'll see that I had a very good job, I had a very good finances coming in. I had a nice home that I created myself. I didn't go and hurt anyone to get it. Nice car. So, and now someone's now done something to this car. So I can only assume that it is somebody in a position of authority, because how would they be able to, one, get a key of my car, influence someone in a garage to do it second time, and also the equipment, because equipment can't be cheap. So I think that's quite a clear indication that somebody is trying to harm me in some form or other, and also trying to create a narrative because they lied about my mental status. And I have to ask the question, although it says do not judge or you shall be judged by the same measure, I think I have been judged, even though people don't know me and now are figuring out that I'm not what they said I was on a piece of paper if they have committed perjury. That I question the mental health of those that have actually come for me. Because to actually play a game on a motorway and try and trigger somebody, or to be constantly using an app to try and make them unwell, because there is something in that, I don't know what it is, but there is, then I think that says to me what's their mental status like. And if it's people in authority that are aware of what's going on and are not doing anything about it, I question them as well. When you have to rely on the powers of be and your faith, that says a lot about society, doesn't it? Which is why it says love not the world. You learn so much on this journey, but it is not for the faint-hearted. Trust me, it's not. Because the amount of people that you come across who actually you've probably given a lot of love and kindness and attention to, have actually stabbed you in the back. And how do I know that? It's because I've done readings for people and I've read their cards, and things that have come out in their cards, I knew what it was. When the Ten of Swords comes out, it's quite clear, isn't it? And also when you watch people and the things that happen in their life, you know that certain things are happening in their life because they've done it to other people. That's how karma works. So bear that in mind. And so when I say mindfulness, that's what I mean. Be mindful how you treat people. Do unto others as you want done to you. Luke 6:3-1. So important. Because we live in a world where so many people want to take but no one wants to give, and then when it all comes back they all start panicking then. So now what I'm seeing around me is a load of karma. People are now in karma for the decisions that they made and for the choices that they made. Remember what I said, we all have choice and we all have free will, but what we don't have choice of is the consequences that come with it. So yeah, so now I need to sort out the car. It's really interesting because they do it so that I'm stuck in a place where all these people know where I am. And so I now need to sort out the car. I now need to report it because it's the second time that it's been done. So obviously the first time I posted it, I didn't report it because I just thought, well, you know what, look what happened with the police report last time. But this time I will report it because I think it's quite, you know, it is serious now, isn't it? Somebody's quite clearly trying to harm me. And obviously I'll report the garages as well, so that, you know, and it's down to the police to do their investigation and to prove that it's not true, isn't it? That's their job, isn't it? Not mine. That's their job. So yeah, and whoever's obviously in all my technology, they've obviously got the means to be able to find out who's using police, the resources for the wrong reasons as well, I guess. I was in the car on Saturday and I locked it with me in it, and then someone drove past and unlocked it, so someone's got a key as well. And that was on Saturday evening. And I know someone's got a key because when I went to buy the car it said it had 2 keys and now I only got 1. So someone's got a key. So that's quite dangerous, isn't it? But hey ho. So yeah, I just wanted to read those out because I think it's important that people understand where we are, and the choices that they make are not just an impact on themselves, but it's an impact on their family and their lineage. And I don't think people realise that. So anyway, sending much love, light, and I hope everyone's doing well, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.